The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our afternoon webinar, where every Friday we like to showcase a capability within the PTC Creo suite. And today we're going to look at a product called the Design Exploration Extension, which I feel is a very underrated product in the PTC suite because it is a tremendous solution and can save people a lot of time. And what's funny is when I have one-on-one conversations with customers and I tell them that, hey, you can have this capability of, instead of creating new files, that you can create different iterations of a from one part or assembly. You can create different iterations to see how it would look without creating new files, just by doing checkpoints. Especially when I'm talking to designers. I remember this one designer recently said to me, I do that all day long. That would be tremendous. So we're going to take a closer look at this design exploration extension, which is why we titled today's webinar, Increase Your Design Ideas Without Managing Multiple Versions of Data. This is going to save you a lot of time. So my name is Rob Romanowski. I am the Director of Sales Operations for 3HTI, and I'm joined here today by a couple of panelists. I have Andrew Leedy, who is an applications engineer with PTC. And to do our demonstration today on the Design Exploration Extension is Zach Poker, who is an Associate Technical Specialist at PTC and also a graduate of the University of Pittsburgh, which we were just having a pretty good conversation about. So about the webinar, everybody's going to be on mute. If you have any questions, type those into the dashboard. We will try to answer them as we go along, but we will absolutely answer all questions during the Q&A session at the end. So for those of you who are on the call or on the webinar today that may not be familiar with 3HTI, basically we're a systems integrator with a focus on helping discrete manufacturing companies in all phases of product development, from design through manufacturing, including analysis and end of life cycle. And our goal is to help our partners operate more effectively and efficiently, to help improve profits and overall become leaders within your respective industries. Now, the software and 3D printing solutions that we provide help companies with the digital transformation of basically taking concepts and ideas and transforming them into a digital file that can be used for augmented reality, 3D printing, analysis, or other ways that a part or assembly is shared with people inside and outside of the enterprise. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass everything over to Zach so that he can give you more of a detailed look at the design exploration extension. So Zach, you have the con.
Perfect. Like Rob said, my name is Zach Poker. I'm here with PTC, and I'm here to show you guys a little demonstration of our design exploration extension in Creo. So what is that, you might say? Well, the design exploration extension is a tool that makes the investigation of alternative design concepts much more efficient and easy for your parametric model. It's going to allow for you to seamlessly create checkpoints while playing with new design concepts that you might have. Ultimately, it allows for you to view as many prototypes as you can come up with so you can generate your final design. So today, I'd like to discuss some challenges you may face throughout the design process, give you a solution to some of these problems, and then show you a small demonstration of the extension in action. And then after that, we'll wrap up with where we've seen value in our product so far. So let's get started with some of the challenges. Okay, let's say you started off your design review with this chair, and you want to mess around with it a little bit. You want to try some new ideas. You want to try that chair, you can try this chair, but you want to make impactful, complex design changes to a pretty complex design. But you're not exactly sure which way you want to go. You may want to try a number of different designs until you're like, yep, that's the chair I want to move forward with. This can be a very, very tedious process. And to put in other terms, it's going to be an organizational nightmare. So how would you guys normally go about deciding on which design to move forward with? Would you normally take a model, do a bunch of backups, and then create different files for each idea? Maybe, but that's gonna be in a mess. Like I said, an organizational nightmare. You may repeatedly find yourself closing sessions, reloading different design ideas, which is ultimately just going to create a lot of files and versions of the same product. But this is a very important part of the design process because you need all these different ideas and designs so you can find your optimal final design. You need to be able to view these different approaches to design. So what do you guys normally do? You might take some screenshots for these design reviews, which is going to have to provide for you to manually go back and find particular models that you just that you've decided on, which is going to waste you time. Either way, it's not going to be a very good investment of your time or money. So we believe this the solution for that is inside of Creo, and it's called the Design Exploration Extension. It allows you to explore all of your options, and as you do so, it'll create checkpoints, and then from there you can branch off onto different design ideas and go any route that you want. DEX allows us to rapidly explore design changes without risking original designs or committing to changes or creating duplications of data. It's going to allow for us to get to our final design much faster and more organized at the same time. So how does this extension work? Well, you're going to start off by taking some snapshots, and you're going to start off with this model, and then maybe we want to modify it. So you'll take a snapshot and then another snapshot, and then you can keep exploring these ideas. And while doing so, DEX is going to keep track of all of our modifications, and it's going to allow for us to be able to go back, edit, and choose the one that we want. So maybe we want to go back, look at these, look at that one, and maybe this is the chair that we ultimately think is our best option. So once we've done so, we can accept these changes if we'd like to, or maybe our original design was better than our modifications we made. So you can always just go back and revert to your original design. It's always going to be saved for you. It's all risk-free for you. This tool is going to be really nice when working on a team. You can have multiple different designers attack this part at the same time and then easily decide which product is best for you. All these ideas are going to be easily saved and recorded in DEX for you, which makes it very easy to go back and forth between ideas. So for this instance, you might think you're onto something, but then you're like, oh, never mind. Let's go back and let's try a different idea. So you can branch off from a previous checkpoint you've made and then go a different route. The whole idea is you want to be able to evaluate all of your options so you can wisely select your best option. All of these ideas are extremely valuable and ultimately help you create your best version of your product, but you don't want to have to be the person to keep track of these files because it can truly be a nightmare and it's going to waste your time. So I say we let the Design Exploration Extension do that for us. So at this point, I'd like to quick hop into a demonstration of the Design Exploration tool in action, and then we'll step back and view some of the view where we've seen some value in the product in the past. So for this demonstration, I'm going to highlight the simplicity and innovation that the Design Exploration Extension tool can give you. So to start off, we have our bronze shaver here, and we're going to get rid of the service model too, so we can go ahead and edit all these parts. If you guys are familiar with Creo already, this is just an extension on Creo, so it's going to be all the same clicks and buttons you're used to from here. Same user interface, but now we want to start exploring some other options for our design. So we're going to start a design exploration session. So as you see, now we've opened up our checkpoint tree, and from here we can go ahead and explore different designs that we might have wanted to try out. So for this instance, let's go ahead and try just a different color to start off with, and we'll eventually create a checkpoint for that. Now maybe this glass or this black metallic right here is just not what we're looking for with our blue design. We can go ahead and select all those parts, and we can change it to silver. Now we have a new razor, two different colors. It's got a whole new view to it. So let's go ahead and save a checkpoint for this. And then for our own organization, let's name it Blue Chrome. And then we'll give it the keyword blue so we can go back and view this checkpoint pretty easily, and so we can find it in our files. All right, now let's say we want to try a different color. Let's go ahead and let's try red this time. Adjust our color there for us. As you can see, we're easily able to just go ahead and select and modify our design as we wish. You can even change the buttons as well, the color of the buttons. Once again, let's go ahead and save our checkpoint and label it as red chrome and give it a keyword red so we can find it easier. Now at this point, maybe we want to change the actual service model of it too. We want to change the whole design altogether. Maybe we want to give this red chrome device a little bit of a wave so it fits in our hand a little bit better. We can use our freestyle tool and go ahead and edit that pretty easily. Play with that a little bit, pull it up. And like I said, all these modifications aren't going to be saved. It's just going to be created in your design exploration checkpoint tree. So you're not saving multiple copies of each CAD file. Looks pretty good. I can imagine our hand fit in there a little bit better this time. And now once we've done so, it'll regenerate and it'll update our red chrome design for us. Maybe we want to create a new checkpoint for that altogether because we like it so much. We'll go ahead and give it a keyword button. And as I mentioned before, you can easily go back and view and edit different checkpoints that you've made along throughout your design process. So at this point, let's go back and change our blue chrome one, and let's give it some finger imprints so we can also hold it better. But this is a different approach to our design. We can go ahead and use our freestyle tool again, and we can change our surface model, and we're going to give it some divots and some spots for our fingers to easily be able to hold and grip this razor. And as we change our blue chrome checkpoint here, it's not going to go ahead and change our red chrome or button wave checkpoints that we previously created. We're just branching off onto this blue chrome checkpoint, and we're just editing that checkpoint alone. You can change whatever you'd like. So let's go ahead and let that regenerate for us. All right, perfect. So at that point, we can go ahead and save that under our blue chrome one. And you're also, you have the ability to go ahead and change the layout of your buttons too, and the layout of your drawing of your original design. So for this one, let's go ahead and let's view a different button position. So you're going to use their standard Creo techniques in your drawing, and let's just go ahead and make this all proportionate to, so it's still easy to hold for us. Get all of our dimensions correct again. Okay. Now we've changed our drawing, and that's going to ultimately adjust the position of the button on our eraser this time. It's just going to provide for fast and easy ways to explore alternate design ideas. As you see, we got a different color of the button there, and it's a different spot altogether. Now, after we've created all these checkpoints, we can easily go ahead and view these checkpoints for our design review. And like I mentioned before, if we don't like any of these checkpoints we created or the modifications, we can always revert back to our original entry checkpoint and proceed with that one if we'd like to. It's all going to be risk-free. We're not losing any data. We're not writing over anything. We're just exploring new ideas. You can even go ahead and add different parts altogether. So we want to, for this checkpoint, maybe we want to have a different button shape. So we can go ahead and add that pretty easily. And that's another design idea for us. Okay, and once we've finished, we can go ahead and save our design exploration session, and then we can go from there. And we can always go back and revert to these different designs and find our final design that we think is applicable. So at this point, I'm going to hop back into the PowerPoint and talk about where we've seen some value in it. So this is going to be a really valuable tool when designing products, and it's really going to spark innovation as well. It really facilitates creativity. You're not going to have to worry about destroying your model or losing all the work and time that you've put into it. It's going to allow for innovation to flow without having to worry about the model. You can just go ahead and try things. You can add different wheels, try different materials or colors, or play with some of the what-ifs that you might have had, all without having to worry about losing your original design. We want to give you the tools to find that perfect final design. So what do you need to generate your optimal final design? Usually, you definitely want to evaluate all your possibilities, and this extension is going to give you the power to do that. You know, sometimes maybe you have to throw some of these ideas away. That's okay. At least you saw a way to do it. I always say if it's possible, you might as well take a look at it. It's also going to be great for design reviews. So once you've built the different series of checkpoints, you can go ahead and call them up, and you can go walk around the office, ask your peers, hey, what do you guys think of this? What do you think of that? And you can easily go ahead and view different options of your design, just like that. It's really going to help you document all of your ideas. Like I said, the design exploration extension truly is the ultimate tool for exploring alternative design ideas, which is going to allow for you to reach your final design much faster. So today I discussed the design exploration extension. We walked through a quick demonstration of how we can easily test new ideas using this tool, and then we touched back on where we've previously seen value in it. At this point, if you guys have any technical questions, you can type them in the chat box, and Rob can relay them to me.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Zach.
Yeah.
Nice job. Nice job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take control back for a minute. Just something I want to mention is that with any subscription of Creo, the design exploration extension is included. So if you are buying a new license of Creo, it is standard in the Creo package along with flexible modeling and freestyle. Now, if you're a customer and you're currently on a perpetual license and you want to convert your perpetual license to a subscription, you will pick up some increased functionality. You will pick up the design exploration extension as well as the human factors analysis extension, and you will also receive a home use license, extended borrowing, and the advanced performance advisor. But you will also be able to select 3 of these 4 extensions: the interactive surface design extension, piping and cabling, Creo Simulate, and additive manufacturing. So basically, the customer loyalty program, if you have a base license of Creo, it's approximately I think $1,580 annually for maintenance and support, whereas through the customer loyalty program for $2,175 annually, you get 3 of these 4 extensions plus the design exploration extension. So we're seeing more and more customers that they for not much of an increase can get a tremendous amount of increased functionality. And each of these extensions on their own are $22,250 annually on their own. So you can get 3 of those and design exploration for somewhere around $500, $600 a month more. So pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. If you don't have Creo right now and you buy a new subscription of Creo, you do get the design exploration extension. The other thing I want to mention is that if you've been off of Creo for several years and you want to reinstate your license, you can convert your license to a subscription. and you would not be able to select 3 of the 4 extensions. You would basically just convert, and you still, when converting, would pick up the design exploration extension. So if you have any questions or you would like to get some more information on what we discussed or anything related to Creo, you can contact us toll free 866-624-3HTI, or you can write us at info@3HTI. It's our email address, and my personal information is up here as well if you want to get in touch with us. So once again, I want to thank Zach Poker and Andrew Leedy for being our panelists today and helping us out. And Zach, great job with the overview and the demo of the design exploration extension. And I would, most importantly, want to thank our audience for being on today. So happy Friday, everybody, and this is going to conclude our webinar. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Rob. You too.
Thank you.